October was a good reading month for me. I read 5 books in October, and here are my quick thoughts about them. The first book that I read in October was Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. Now, I had very high expectations from this book, and it fulfilled some of those, but I found that it was overloaded with information. While the premise was very interesting, but there were not enough descriptions of the things that I wanted. I did not find the motivations of the protagonist to be really worthy. I felt that the book could have been shorter. I thought it could be more engaging, and the ending also felt really predictable. So it was an okay read for me. The next book that I read was We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. This was my first Shirley Jackson, and I was really happy with the book. It is not horror or scary per se, but it is really dark and gothic. I love the vibes that it created, and I thought that it was a good read for this particular month. The writing was good and the language was easy to understand, and I'm now interested to read other books by her. The third book that I read was Kachar Kochar. Now, this was a complete surprise for me. I had heard good things about it, but I was really surprised with the impact that it created in just around 100 pages. This book is about a family and their internal dynamics and how it changes when they suddenly get really rich. The characters were really unlikable, but they felt real, and the ending really surprised me. So, yeah, this is a must read. The fourth book that I read was Artificial Condition by Martha Wells. Now, this was the extension of the first book, which is All Systems Red. Nothing really much happens in this book, but I was really happy to see the universe that was created in this book. The sec unit, I could feel a growth and development in his characters, and he's on a journey to find the truth about himself and maybe his origin story. But yeah, I think the pacing is really nice for a 8 book series, and I am really interested to read the next book in this. The last book that I read in October was Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. I think this was the best read for me in this month. This is technically a sci-fi, but it is actually reads like literary fiction. It is about a person who had been always mentally challenged, and he becomes intelligent through an experiment that is conducted on him. How this increase in intelligence leads to loneliness in his life, and how he loses his friends, and he questions whether it is even worth it to be so intelligent and yet so alone. Being intelligent creates another set of problems for him in his life, and then gradually his decline again. So it is really touching and it's really disturbing. I don't think I've read anything like this, and even if you don't like science fiction, I think I would really urge you to read this one.